Ryan and Ashley Smith are Utah's new power couple. As owners of the Utah Jazz and the new NHL team, Real Salt Lake, and more, they find themselves in a position of influence.
Yeah, they recently sat down with news specialist Carol Makita for an exclusive interview. Carol?
Mike, they invited me into their home recently to talk about where they started as a young couple, their partnership, and their vision for our state, which includes a revitalized downtown Salt Lake City.
It's about the state's legacy and the legacy of downtown.
When the Smiths, owners of the Utah Jazz, bought the NHL team, they say they saw an opportunity to enlarge their vision, to reshape a key area of Salt Lake City.
It's going to really help set our downtown up for the future and be different than a lot of the downtowns around that are struggling. And so that's a worthy mission. It's a worthy cause.
And we're not going to let fear or uncertainty be what stops growth. The live entertainment is such an opportunity to better our state, to bring people together, to unite.
Their confidence today, they say, comes from decades of resilience, starting with challenging years in childhood. Ashley's parents divorced when she was young.
I had to figure things out.
She and her siblings lived with her mother.
We lived in very small quarters. She always had 2 jobs, and it was a grind. All of us kind of brought everything we had to the table, which is such a blessing now. And I think my childhood is very much why I am the way I am today. And the few characteristics that I am proud of are ones that I earned.
Ryan's parents also divorced, and he says he struggled in school.
Dropped out of high school, and here you have 2 parents who are academics and PhD saying, okay, I'm going to let my kid learn the hard way. For me, that's what was necessary.
Learning the hard way required Ryan at age 17 to figure out life alone in South Korea after plans with friends fell through. Ryan's dad said stay there. Ryan did for 18 months.
These individuals who I ended up living with impacted me and our whole future for forever. I ended up coming home from Korea, deciding to serve an LDS mission, went to Mexico City, and then came back and really started life as a 21-year-old.
Ryan and Ashley met while students at BYU.
We were very much intrigued by each other and interested in each other the second we met.
We ended up studying together, and I was like, and you're super smart. You're way smarter than I am. And so we became really good friends.
They dated for 5 years before they married.
I think both of us, because of our childhoods, perhaps were not convinced on the institution of marriage as a whole. I would argue. Also, we were very driven individually. We're very growth-oriented individually, but it was incredibly perfect for us. And yeah, it was definitely part of the stepping stones of what we're doing today. So what do you think?
I could hear you talk all day. We just felt young still a little bit. But more than that, I think we both really just wanted to get to know each other as much as we could.
Building their partnership started with separate goals in 2 basements. One where Ryan and his father were creating Qualtrics, a multi-billion-dollar tech company, and the other where Ashley was teaching dance and building her own business.
So they're kind of accepting it from you?
Love of the arts, Ashley says, came from her parents.
7, 8, 1.
She developed her own passion for dance, and Ryan supported it.
And as I started having my own children, I realized it just is such an incredible vehicle for growth.
She is now the owner and creative director of a studio with 16 employees and 600 students.
Yes.
Qualtrics, Ryan describes as an overnight success that took 17 years. But Ashley believed in him.
There was nothing there. There was nothing there on year 2, on year 3, on year 4. She never asked any questions like, you don't have a job. You're turning down other jobs to do this.
Eventually, Qualtrics sold for $8 billion. The Smiths say neither one of them ever took the easy way ahead, and they don't now.
A lot of times the path forward or the step in front of you is the easiest step to just take.
But we saw kind of the important values under there that are such an important part of our family and who we are today.
That forward movement has taken them into team ownership in the world of sports. and as community leaders who are putting forth an idea to now reshape a capital city. Much more of my conversation with Ryan and Ashley Smith tomorrow on KSL 5 News at 10.